Hi, it's Sarah with the Montana Science Center here for another virtual preschool science series. And today I have a very fun lesson for us. So we today are going to be learning about the rotation of the Earth in relation to the sun. So stay tuned. I have a very cool science experiment that's also kind of a craft and a book reading for us. All right, so our book title today is called What Makes Day and Night, and it is by Franklin M. Branley and illustrated by Arthur Doros. What makes day and night? There's the sun. The Earth is our planet. It is round like a big ball. It is spinning. It's hard to believe the Earth is always turning, because we don't feel any motion. This is because the Earth spins smoothly, always at the same speed. There's a globe that they're spinning. Oh, here's the Earth as seen from space. This is a photograph of the Earth. It was taken by a camera aboard the Apollo 17 spacecraft. You can see that Earth is round. If you were way out in space and watching the Earth, you would see it spin. The Earth spins around once in 24 hours. Light from the sun falls on one half of the spinning Earth. The half in the light has day. The other half is dark. It is in the Earth's shadow. That half has night. As the Earth spins, we move through the light into the darkness and back. We have day and night. Imagine you are in a spaceship high above the North Pole. Imagine you can stay there 24 hours and watch the Earth make one complete turn. Skip a page here. There. As the Earth turns, we have sunrise, daylight, sunset, and night. People at A, up here, have sunrise. Later, because the Earth is turning, they are at B. It is the middle of the day for them. It is noontime. Sometimes we eat lunch around noon. As the Earth turns, it carries them to C. They have sunset, kind of like bedtime. By the time they reach D, it is the middle of the night for them. It is midnight. At the end of the 24 hours, they have sunrise again. You can see how we move from daylight to darkness by doing an experiment. You will be the Earth, and a lamp will be the sun. So here's a fun experiment you can do at home too. Just turn the page for us. Stand so that your left side is toward the lamp. Hold your arms out all the way. Your left hand points toward the lamp. This is sunrise. You can pause this and have an adult help you with this part too if you'd like. Stay in the same spot. Keep your arm out from your sides and turn to your left. Now the lamp is in front of you. It is the middle of day. It is noontime, or lunch. Keep turning until your right hand points toward the lamp. You are turning away from the light. It is sunset, or bedtime. Keep turning until your back is toward the lamp. It is night, but your back is in daylight. Half of you is always in light, and half of you is always in dark. It is the same with the Earth. Now there's the sunset. The Earth keeps turning. Later in the day, we begin to turn away from the sun. You can see the sunset. About 24 hours after sunrise, the sun will rise again. It all happens because the Earth is spinning around. As the Earth turns, the sun seems to move across the sky. So here it is at sunrise. Notice how close it is to this mountain. And at noon, do you see how far away it is from the mountain? And then at sunset, it's how it was at sunrise. It's close to that mountain again. So this is a little cartoon. This moon's a pretty interesting place, but 2 weeks of night? So they're on the moon, and here's Earth, where we live. If you were on the moon, you would also have day and night, but the moon spins very slowly, so days and nights are long. Places on the moon have 2 weeks of daylight and then 2 weeks of darkness. During one night on the moon, the Earth spins around 14 times. The turning Earth gives us about 12 hours of daylight and 12 hours of darkness. That seems just about right for all of us on planet Earth. Here they are, playing in the sun, riding bikes, flying a kite. All right, everyone, now I'm going to go over the materials and directions for our experiment/craft. So what you'll need is a paper plate, this clock face, and I will include the link of where I found this. It's a free printable. I colored around the edges of it with some markers. You don't have to if you don't want to, but it's kind of fun. And a popsicle stick. If you don't have a popsicle stick, you could use a regular stick from outside, or you could use a pencil. So those are the materials that you will need, and here are the directions. So to begin, I will have you print off the clock face from the link included. Once that's printed off, feel free to decorate it. And so if you're in the decorating phases, feel free to pause this video right here, and then we can continue with directions when you're ready. All right, so once the clock face is printed, go ahead and cut around the perimeter of the circle and glue it onto this paper plate. And you will notice in the template that there's a small circle in the middle of this template, and you can go ahead with the help of an adult and cut that out or puncture it out. Once it's punctured out, take your stick or your popsicle stick or your pencil, whatever you're using, and insert it in the middle. So it should look something like this. So this is what's called a sundial. Sundials are pretty cool, and they help us tell time in relation to where the sun is in comparison to the Earth's rotation, like we read about in our book. So the next step of our experiment, now that our craft portion is done, and you can save this, the next part of our experiment is to go outside and in the direct sun, in a spot that maybe isn't super wet, place your sundial. And if it's a windy day, maybe put a small rock or some weight to hold this down so it won't blow away. And notice where the shadow is of this centerpiece. So it looks like my shadow, I'm inside, but it looks like my shadow is right before 1. So I would take a pencil and draw a line right there, since it's right before 1 is what my indoor shadow is indicating. Next, what I want you to do is leave it outside in the same spot after you've drawn where the shadow is. And I want you to come check on it about every hour. And I want you to notice if the shadow is in the same spot or if it has moved. So go ahead and try that. And once you see if it has moved or not, I want you to form a hypothesis as to why or why not it has moved. All right, so the science behind this experiment is a lot like the science experiment in the book that we read. So we know that the Earth is spinning around the sun. And as it spins, the shadows change. And they change pretty frequently. So if we check our sundial at different intervals throughout the day, like every hour or every 2 hours, that shadow will have changed because of the rotation of the Earth in comparison to the sun. There you have it. That is our experiment and craft for the day. I hope you are all staying safe, and we are excited to see you all soon. All right, stay tuned.